as that one is up top. So getting ready now, still looking for his first one inside the zone, as that one is in there for a strike. So DeRoche trying to battle back here in the at-bat. Leadoff hitter and shortstop Naughton, as this one is knocked out of play, and the count now has filled. Braintree's DeRoche getting the game ball here to begin, as this one slapped to the screen, and the at-bat continues. Temperatures in the mid-80s at first pitch. Expect the ball to travel here today with this light wind. Braintree and Milton meet for the second time this season. Braintree with an absolute blowout victory in their first and only meeting, and a strikeout begins the outing as he strikes him out looking on the edge. It's the first out of the ball game on the strikeout from DeRoche. The Braintree defense will get an opportunity potentially here on this at bat, as that one's cut on and missed. So today's starter, Longo, batting in the 2 spot. Braintree coming off a 4-1 win over Needham on Monday, as that one just missed. Close pitch didn't go his way. Give the Braintree defense in a moment. Right-hander ready, and a swing and a miss on a pitch downstairs. Chased a pitch out of the zone. So DeRoche so far has the first out with the strikeout, and he's ahead now of the number 2 hitter Longo. Right-hander ready, as this one's popped back and out of play. Wind picking up a little bit. See which way it goes as far as where the breeze goes. DeRoche ready, winds and fires, and that one is down, as the count now at 2-2. And the 2-2 is low. So the second straight hitter now has gone to a full count. Braintree getting a complete game victory in the win on Monday from Joyce. And the 3-2, a half-hearted swing back to the mound. Didn't intend to swing, but it works out in Braintree's favor on a little chopper back to the mound, and there's 2 down. As easy as an out as you'll see for the pitcher. So the catcher stands in. Tonowitz batting in the 3 spot, and the first pitch in there for a strike. DeRoche really showing some good velocity here to start this ball game. And obviously neither pitcher wanting to really work hard here in this outing. Temperatures in the 80s and a warm afternoon here at Braintree High School. 4 p.m. start. As the pitch on the way is low. Braintree defense across the outfield will be Garrity in left with Regan in center and King in right field. Across the diamond for Braintree, O'Rourke at third, Brooks at shortstop with the pitch down in the dirt, as Rucky at second and Uhas at first, with Bossy doing the catching for the starter DeRoche, who has the first 2 outs here of the first. Base is clear. Strikeout and a ground out back to the mound. And went after a pitch upstairs with no contact. So DeRoche looking for a clean 1-2-3 inning to start this one, as the right-hander winds and fires, and he struck him out. Beautiful off-speed pitch down and away, and he got him to chase, as Braintree with 2 strikeouts in the top half of the first, and a scoreless game as the Braintree Bats will get an opportunity in the bottom half of the inning. Bottom half of the first inning as the Braintree Bats look to get things started. They're in a scoreless game as Brooks leads things off against the left-hander Longo, as he drives the first pitch to deep left center, as a couple steps back to make the catch, and a good piece of contact on the first pitch as Braintree goes after it. Got a good pitch to hit, and Brooks gives it a ride, but not far enough. Expected to see Braintree with some early swings in the count against a strong pitcher. Again, going after the first pitch is Regan as he taps that one foul. Both pitchers working quickly, both pitchers throwing lots of strikes. As the pitch on the way is just off the edge. So the first ball thrown. And now that one down. 2-1. Count to the Braintree center fielder, Regan. Brooks flied out to center to begin at the bottom half of this inning. Regan to be followed by Canavan. As that one misses as well. So now Braintree an opportunity here on a 3-1. It's going to be a good pitch to hit, you would imagine. Regan has the power to drive it. Use that velocity as he does go after it in a foul tip. Big swing. Power versus power there. The count now has filled. And the 3-2 is knocked out of play. Good at bat. Milton bats force Braintree into a couple of full counts in the top half of the inning. Braintree with their first here to the second hitter. And the 3-2 on the way as this one is rolled over to third base. The grass slows it down a bit. And the throw across, not in time. That one really slowed down on the grass, but took too long to develop. So the call not going to change here. Field umpire calling it safe. Tough call to go there against the visitors, but their baseman did not charge it, and that allowed Braintree another extra couple steps. That really shouldn't have been a close play. So the leadoff, or the only hit of this game, now an infield single. As that's a strike to Canavan. Saw the field be a little bit of an issue in the game against Needham, but that was a lot of it doing with the rain that was prior to in the Sunday afternoon. Canavan out in front of that one is a lefty-lefty matchup for the first time. Canavan, who does play first base, has been DHing the last couple games. Has the pitch on the way, and that one off the edge. Canavan looking for a pitch he can drive. As Regan leads off from first, he's being held on there. And the runner takes off. The pitch is cut on and missed. The throw down to second, not in time, and a stolen base is a strikeout, and that's 2 down now. But Braintree does get the runner in scoring position. So the Womps putting on the pressure, put the man in motion, and Regan, who legged out an infield single, now has stolen a bag and stands at second. As Uhas with Braintree's first opportunity with the man in scoring position. Runner is second with 2 down here in the bottom half of the first. Looking to break the 0-0 game. Uhas takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Back-to-back left-handed hitters against the southpaw. Longo stepping off a bit. Now back with the look over, and the pitch is up. If the inning continues, Garrity will get a chance in the 5 spot. But right now, it's a big opportunity for the Braintree first baseman, Uhas, batting in the cleanup spot. Trying to deliver Braintree's first run of the game. Here with 2 outs. Timely hitting going to be so important come playoff time, and this is as good of a tune-up final regular season game as you can ask for. It's one of the top pitchers in the state. What Braintree wouldn't see in the playoffs anyway, with Milton in Division II. Runner takes off for third. The pitch is cut on and missed. Here's the throw. It is not in time, but it doesn't matter. It's strike 3 anyway. So that will close out the inning as a couple of strikeouts in the inning as Longo works around an infield hit, and Braintree with nothing to show for it here in the inning as we head to the second in a scoreless game. Top half of the second inning, Braintree not scoring with the man at second. A couple of strikeouts as this one sharply hit to third and a foul ball off the bat of the first baseman, Dunn. So both pitchers able to get a scoreless first. Four, 5, and 6 in the inning. As this one on the ground to third, and the first test for O'Rourke, able to field it cleanly, and a nice accurate throw across for the first out. So the defense has made a couple of putouts for Braintree, a grounder to the mound, fielded by the pitcher, DeRoche, and that one there by the third baseman, O'Rourke. The other two outs have been strikeouts. Very similar stat line through the first inning for either pitcher, as that one's in there for a strike. As the center fielder, Hinkle, will get his first look at the starter, DeRoche. In on the grass at third for O'Rourke, everywhere else is back. And that one, a good fastball, just missing. A little extra hold there from the catcher, Bossy, as he tries to frame it and get the strike call. So it's going to be a good matchup here today between these two pitchers, as that one's down and away. Two teams in very different spots in the standings. Milton, certainly a subpar season for their last really 5 seasons or so, as they're at just 10-8 heading into today's game. As this one sharply hit and through into left field. So the first hit of the game for the visitors. Braintree at an impressive 16-3. One of the top records I can remember Braintree being in a long time. That was even dating back to the Super 8, where they had that in Massachusetts. That obviously has gone away now, as the top 8 teams were in that tournament. Braintree obviously would be that in consideration right now if they had it. They were ranked 2, even with a victory, moved down to 4 at the last ranked meeting. I believe that was on yesterday. Final regular season matchup for Braintree. This one on the ground to second base. The fielder able to make the play over to first for the second out, and the base runner somehow able to avoid that one from hitting him. If that ball made contact, he was out. But was able to jump over it, and there's 2 down here in the inning. Pair of ground outs. In the middle of it was a single. Runner now at second with 2 down here in the top half of the second. What has been a pretty quick moving start, as DeRoche trying to work through a runner in scoring position. As the pitch is just outside. So to be the left fielder, as Sullivan stands in, batting in the 7th spot. Important at bat here early in the game. As he steps off, and the throw down wasn't caught cleanly. Braintree trying to pick off play there with 2 down. Just trying to keep that base runner close. Obviously don't want him to get a big lead. Anything that gets into the outfield, you would imagine the base runner would be sent around here with 2 outs. So Braintree just trying to keep it close. Rucky really keeping a close eye on him over at second, as the pitch on the way, and this one popped up to center, and Regan calling that one, and can't make the catch, as somehow that one avoids the glove, and the inning continues, and Braintree with a very costly mistake. So a gift run here for the visiting team. That obviously should have been the end of the inning, and a costly error out in center field keeps this inning going. So that's a very frustrating play there for Regan, who has been about as good as advertised out there in center field. And Braintree with the pickoff play, they have him at second, and he was clearly tagged out. And the base umpire wasn't even looking at the play, which obviously causes things to be a lot more dicey here. As the umpire now looking, is controversy obviously swirling now, with Braintree tagging out the base runner at second.
You can't be on the mound, buddy. You can't stand on the mound. Yes, you can. You cannot step
So obviously Braintree with a very serious allegation out here with the home plate and base umpire. We're going to talk things through, and they might have to go into the rule book for this one. I don't know. But right now they're talking it over. The base runner was tagged out. So if Braintree gets the call to go in their favor, the runner will be out at second. The inning will be over. But if not, the runner will stay at second. The inning will continue. And obviously, I think a lot of the frustration built into the fact that Braintree did not secure the catch in center field, which we wouldn't be looking at this position if the ball was caught in center. The inning would be over and it would still be 0-0. And as tough as it is here, don't really want to point fingers, but the base umpire was not even looking at the place. I don't even know if he knew the runner or the fielder had the ball, so he wasn't even looking to see if the tag was applied. Braintree obviously did apply it, but this just makes things very complicated as the head coach for Milton now being talked with, which probably means that Braintree might get the call to go their way here. We'll see. Brentree's obviously pleaded their case, so there's really no need to talk with head coach O'Connell. It's not a playoff game, but it certainly has that feel with two teams that know each other well over the last handful of seasons. And we have not seen any call made yet. So we're still waiting. And the inning is going to be more likely to take it here as things continue on. No. Yeah. All set. After all is said and done, the final ruling after all of that is it's going to turn into a balk. So the base runner goes from second to third. The inning continues. The score remains 1-0. And Braintree obviously with that costly mistake in center that extended this inning, and now we'll see after the long await how things play out. Tempers obviously are going to be at an all-time high now. Braintree feeling slighted by the call. They're going to be very much in the ears of the umpires as this game moves on now, as this one is foul tipped. So whichever way that call went, one side was going to be unhappy, and obviously it's the home side that's the unhappy bunch now. Pitch on the way, and that's cut on and missed. DeRoche with a good off-speed pitch. Feel bad for the pitcher who's really worked hard. DeRoche has pitched well. Obviously shouldn't have given up the run. And now trying to get through the second inning. And he strikes him out on a pitch upstairs. And after that 10-15 minute delay, it all comes down to a strikeout as the inning comes to an end. So the game's first run comes on a fielding error in center, and Braintree trails here at home 1-0. Bottom half of the second inning. So Braintree down 1-0 here at home. It was an error that brought across the only run to this point. And then the big delay in this game as Braintree had a runner picked off at second, and they had to go to the rule book to see if it was a balk or it was a legit pickoff. And it was 10-15 minutes as Braintree this one into center and a base hit. As the little flare of a hit from Garrity makes its way into center field, and Braintree has the leadoff man on. Their second hit of the game. So after that long wait, the call ended up going for a balk, and the runner went to third, but Braintree able to buckle back in and strike out the next hitter. So no further runs came across after the controversy, but now Braintree has the lead man on, and a swing and a miss by King, the Braintree right fielder. Both sides expecting to play in a low-scoring game. Obviously, that one run in this game is big. And King takes a second strike on the edge. Braintree had a stolen base back in the first. That was with one out. As the runner not going, and this one popped up to center field. We saw the sun a problem earlier, so we'll see if it is here. It's not, as the center fielder able to make the catch. definitely seen that. Done a lot of games here at Braintree High School. The sun can certainly become an issue for the outfielders, and all it takes is that one little hiccup, and that was what happened in the top half of this inning as the ball glanced off the glove of Regan in center, and the run came home from second, and that's all the runs to this point. It's the one run. As the step off and the throw over to first, not in time. Runner is taking off. Here is the throw down, and the tag is not in time. He didn't hold on to the ball. So Braintree with their second stolen base of the game, and they have the tying run now standing at second. Just based on the two opponents, this game had a lot of juice built into it. Two teams that have been very good for a while now. But Milton with the 10-8 record, Braintree at 16-3. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter the records. These two teams don't like each other. That's an understatement. Important game, even though it's the final game for Braintree here the regular season. As that pitch is called a ball. Longo delivers and missed off the outside. They're trying to work the edge, and right now not getting the call from the home plate umpire. Garrity at second, and this one lifted out towards left center field. It's going to be a tough ball to handle as this one does drop. The runner heads for third, and he will get there on a high throw, but Braintree has him on the corners. And the tying run now just 90 feet away. And this is a spot in the game where you consider a suicide squeeze, I think, with one out in the inning. Imagine Braintree might put a play on here, trying to get the tying run across. Obviously you gotta get the bunt down if you're gonna try that. And the base runner's gonna take off. So we'll see if Braintree tries to bring him home. Rucky the batter. After the single from O'Rourke, they're at the corners with one out. And the pitch, and that one is called a ball. Big spot in the game for the home team, trying to tie the score up. And the pitch, as this one's lifted out of play, so no sign through the first two pitches of a potential play put on. If there was ever a time to do it, though, it's right now on a 1-1 pitch. Runner leading from first, Garrity. Or make it at third, Garrity, and over at first, O'Rourke. Braintree could think about sending the runner from first as well and get in some sort of a rundown. Those are all distinct possibilities here in this. And the pitch is on the outside corner, and now there's two strikes, so I would imagine that the bunt play would be taken off. Braintree's best opportunity here of the game with two runners on. Runner heading down for second, and he will get there without getting caught in a rundown. Braintree obviously wanted to get caught in a rundown and maybe make a mistake for the defense, but nonetheless, I think Braintree is happy to have two runners in scoring position. Take away the double play, and now a base hit could give him the lead. Infield coming in at the corners. And the pitch is up. Big spot. Braintree having a chance here to load him up. A 1-0 game in favor of the visitors, but that lead is in jeopardy right now. Left-hander, Longo Brings to the plate, and the pitch missed off the edge. Good at bat here from Rookie. Seeing a lot of pitches, making the pitcher work hard. Had 2 strikeouts back in the first inning. As Braintree looking to put the ball in play here. Runners lead from second and third. Pitcher with a long wait to deliver. Winds and fires, and this one missed off the plate, and he's walked him. The bases are full, and Braintree a hit away from taking the lead. This game has really slowed down after a quick first inning. Obviously, a lot of that had to do with the delay. But now Braintree has them loaded up, trying to get the tying run back. And the pitch, and a big swing from Bossy. So Braintree with 2 hits and a walk in the inning. They have them loaded here with 1 down. Ball's got to be put in play here. And Bossy nearly was hit.
Nice pitch. Come on, Lou.
Leading across as Bossy takes a strike. And that was a pitch I think he wanted to swing at. Head coach O'Connell not happy. That was a good pitch to hit. As that one definitely off the plate. It'll be the top of the order due up next as Brooks will bat if we get there. Right now, big situation. And with the bases juiced. Braintree catcher, number 9 hitter, Bossy. And the pitch is cut on and missed, and Bossy strikes out. Tough walk back to the dugout there for Bossy. Wasn't able to bring the run across. And now it's up to Brooks to try and bring home a run. Don't want to squander this chance. You don't get many good looks like this against a good pitcher. As he may have gone around is the question. No, he did not.
Come on. Pay attention.
That one very close to whether it was a strike or a ball. It was as close as it comes. So one of those, whether he went past the halfway point or not, as Brooks knocks it to the screen. 1-1 the count to the Braintree shortstop. As Braintree looking for the tying run or the go-ahead run. Both here in this inning. Regan in the on-deck circle looking his chops, hoping he'll get a chance. As Brooks takes the pitch off the edge. So Brooks ahead now in the count on a 2-1 count. Brooks flied out to center. In his first plate appearance, he hit the ball pretty well. Now it's about putting it on a line. And the pitch is up, and now he's got to be taken here on the 3-1. You would imagine with the bases full, he's got to throw a strike. Right now, a walk is as good as a hit. Another walk would bring in a run and tie the score. Lefty getting ready. And the pitch. And that is called a strike. Borderline call on the edge. And now you got to swing at anything close if you're Brooks. Can't take a strikeout. Everybody's going to be on the move here. Runners will be on the move. And he steps off and trying to catch a Braintree runner off the base pass, but that wasn't going to work. Again, getting ready on the payoff pitch. With 2 outs and the bases full. And the 3-2 is knocked to the screen. That may have been ball 4 that he chased. That pitch was a little bit high, but he was able to foul it to the backstop. But that one obviously too close to take, and Brooks did a nice job to foul it back. A lot of high-stress pitches here in the inning for the starter, as Longo trying to work it through here as time is called. So this second inning taking a long, long time in what has been a controversial second inning. Leading all the way across as Brooks knocks this one back, and that one's going to reach foul ground. First baseman with a look, but can't get there in time. So Brooks has been able to spoil off 2 pitches. Now we'll see if he can get a mistake from the pitcher. He's walked 1 in the inning. Hard to pitch lots and lots of strikes with a full count. Getting ready now. And the 3-2 pitch. Brooks on the ground, and that one sharply hit, but foul the third. Base runner was in foul ground. It wouldn't have mattered if it made contact. He would have been out of the base paths. Another foul ball. Over a 10-pitch at bat now as Brooks trying to win the battle. Braintree shortstop. And time now called again. Pitcher really working hard out there on the mound. He's trying to keep the hitter off balance. Getting the signal from his catcher. As Longo winds and fires. And he missed low, and that will bring in the tying run. Got to give Brooks a lot of credit. That was a great at bat. Did not chase the pitch down in the dirt. A lot of hitters chase that pitch with 2 strikes. And Braintree has tied the score. And now, wouldn't this be a big moment for the hitter who dropped that fly ball that gave Milton the lead at the time? This would be a great time to atone for that mistake. Regan looking to put a charge into it as he takes the pitch off the edge. So certainly not the way you expected 2 runs to come across in this game. 1 on an error and 1 on a walk that brought in a run. As the bases remain full. With 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And Regan on the pitch. And that one not close. And they're going to need a meeting at the mound. So this certainly was not what Milton had in mind after taking the 1-0 lead. Giving the run back, and now Braintree a chance to take their first lead of the game. Hoping the rest of the game doesn't take this long. After a quick first, the second inning's been at least a half hour, maybe even longer. A lot of that with the controversial call that ended up going in Milton's favor. But it didn't end up costing any further runs, which is the good thing. Tough spot, though, if you're the hitter. You're in a good hitter's count, but you got a pitcher struggling to throw strikes. And the bases are loaded. He singled his first time. Here's the pitch, and that one missed inside, and now you got to be taking at least a pitch, maybe even 2. This is a very rare situation here for the starter, Longo, who's been exceptional here this season, but has run into some big problems here in the inning and misses wildly as he walks his second straight hitter, and he's walked 3 in the inning as Braintree takes the lead 2-1. So a 2-1 lead for the home team, and now Canavan. Not many easy outs in this Braintree order, and there's some action starting now. First pitch to Canavan, and a big swing and a miss. Maybe that was foul tip, but nonetheless, that was a big swing. Canavan has good power. Did strike out in his only plate appearance and doesn't want to get down on the count again. 2-1 lead for the home team. Still not done yet here in the second, as Canavan takes it upstairs. A lot of pitches have been high in the zone here in this inning. Canavan maybe have chased the first pitch. Very tough to lay off as a hitter with power on a pitch up. Time again called as the throwing continues out in the Milton bullpen. all the way around, loaded up with Braintree base runners. And the pitch. And it's low. 3 of the last 4 hitters have walked here for Braintree. Brought in 2 runs. And a base hit here could give him a couple more. As Canavan with a swing and a miss. Power versus power there. Fastball versus a very potent bat. Couldn't get the bat on the ball though. So DeRoche, watching his offense, put across 2 runs. The pitch on the way, lefty-lefty matchup, and on the ground it goes, right side. On the hop, it's bobbled, here's the throw, it's off the mark! 1 run comes across, here comes the second, the throw not in time! As things have come unglued, that was as routine of a ground ball as we've seen, and the throw off the mark and 4 runs have been pushed across. Braintree had a bad error in the top half, we've now seen a bad error here in the bottom half, and 2 teams that generally play very good fundamental baseball. We have not seen that here in this game. The inning continues for Juhas. Those are plays. With your pitcher struggling, you have to make that play. That just can't happen. It was going to be a bang-bang play, but once he rushed it, the throw took the first baseman off the bag and then got to the fence, bringing across another run. So this game has really changed as Braintree takes off and Juhas goes after the pitch upstairs and knocks it to the backstop. So both sides with an error in the game, both sides, the error has brought across a run, this time bringing across 2. Second meeting this season, Braintree shutting out the Wildcats in their first meeting on the road in a thumping. This game obviously expected to be much tighter. Braintree still looking to continue the inning. As Juhas batting for the second time, struck out in his first plate appearance. Takes the pitch and takes it for a ball. That was close. All 5 of the runs here in this game have come here in the second inning. And the pitch, it's off the plate. The Braintree bats have done a good job being disciplined here in the inning. They have not chased much. And they've forced the pitcher to throw. A lot of tightly contested pitches. That 3-2 at bat, though, to Brooks, really the story in this game. He took 3 pitches that he was able to foul off that kept the at-bat going, and then obviously drew the walk on a pitch downstairs that tied the game, and then Braintree went ahead on the bases-loaded walk. And that one is in there for strike 3, and the inning comes to an end, but Braintree with a big inning here as they score 4 times and take the lead here at home as we head to the 3rd. Top half of the 3rd, and the first pitch in there for a strike. It'll be the bottom of the order, 9-1-2. As DeRoche now has a lead to work with for the first time here today on the ground. This one to first base, and Juhas needs help from his pitcher, and a good underhanded flip in time. So we'll go to the top of the order, second time through, for Naughton, who struck out to begin the game. All 5 runs in this game scored back in the second inning. 4 by Braintree, 1 by Milton. As this one, first pitch swing and a lazy fly ball. As back to make the catch is Rucky. A little bit of a stab at the end. Obviously we saw Braintree drop one earlier in this game, so you imagine the sun is going to factor in at some point in this game again. So everything in the air, you got to kind of hold your breath. But nonetheless, 2 quick outs to begin the top half of the 3rd. As it'll bring up the starter, Longo, as he takes the first pitch in there for a strike. He's responsible for the 4 runs that were given up, obviously a couple of them unearned at the end with the throwing error. Trying to take that pitch off the back, but spins him back off the plate. Womps looking for their second 1-2-3 inning of the game. And the pitch is low. And that one low as well. So Longo, who had a half-hearted swing, chopped it back to the mound on his first plate appearance. And now the pitch is low. And that'll be a walk. So a 2-out base runner. DeRoach trying to work around a walk. First one he's surrendered here in this game. Braintree bats looking to get back out there with some momentum, as that's a strike. Just got the catcher now, Tunnel Witz. As that one is off the edge. Count evens at 1-1. Runner at first, a walk. With 2 down here in the top half of the third inning. Braintree with a 4-1 lead. Final regular season home game. And the pitch is a ball. He did not swing. Both sides have made big-time errors in this game that have cost both sides runs. DeRoach looks in and winds and fires a strike. Good pitch to hit there, but taking, trying to continue this inning. He struck out the hitter the last time around to end the first. Trying to do it again. He's fan 3 in the outing. And the pitch on the ground to shortstop, as Brooks is going to have to come across the diamond right in time, and that does it. So Braintree with 3 putouts on the infield here in the inning, and Milton puts a base runner on with a walk, but nothing scores as we head to the bottom of the third, 4-1, Braintree. Bottom half of the third. 5, 6, and 7 for Braintree as Garrity goes after the first pitch for a strike. So Longo, who had a long second inning, back out there for another inning of work, and his bats didn't give him much of a break in between innings as the pitch is outside. Garrity, who singled to begin last inning, came around to score the tying run. Braintree with 2 bases loaded walks and a error that brought across 2 runs. Back in the second. 4 spot in the second. And now trying to get the offense started here in the third. As Garrity with a swing and a miss. Got 2 strikes on him now. So Garrity, who singled to center field, his first time. Gonna put the bat on the ball again. And not able to do so this time as he strikes out. 5th strikeout of the outing. Brings up the right fielder, King. Longo right to the mound and delivers. And that pitch just off the edge. Hasn't been able to start ahead of a lot of the Braintree hitters, which has made a difference. Braintree's been a little bit more disciplined than they were back in the first, where they swung at a couple of first pitches, trying to drive up that pitch count, which obviously had to go high in that second inning. The bullpen continues to be busy in between innings. Still some action going out in the bullpen now, as King takes a pitch for a strike. Flat out to center in his only plate appearance, 0 for 1. And now King takes it just off the plate. King wasn't sure if that was going to be a strike or a ball. So difficult not to want to complain with strikes and balls as a hitter or a coach, as King knocks that one towards the Milton dugout with the protective fence in front of it. Sometimes the players stand in front of it, though, as you may see on the right side of the dugout. And the pitch. King goes after a pitch upstairs, able to spoil it to the backstop. Braintree's had a couple of really good at-bats in this game. They've been able to drive up the pitch count and make the pitcher work hard. So lefty's ready, winds and fires, and missed. And King draws another walk. Fourth walk surrendered by the starter Longo. Braintreee has a base runner here with one down. Brings up O'Rourke. Singled his first time. And stole second. Came around to score. Short lead for King. And the pitch. And a strike. Braintree's stolen 2 bases here in the game. With the bottom third now up, we'll see if they try and take a bag here. A lot of room at second base right now as the runner has to go back on a low throw. Shortstop, the closest one towards the bag at second. And the pitch to O'Rourke is a strike. Four-to-one lead for the home team. Runner at first and one down. Here in the bottom half of the third. Pitch, and O'Rourke drives this one out to left field. Long run over in that direction, and there are 2 down. Able to get the bat on the ball and make the field to make a play. Neither side has been able to make a couple of routine plays, so anytime the ball goes in play, it's a win for the team hitting. As Rucky stands in, drew a walk. Back in the second. King stands at first with 2 down now. As the pitch is upstairs, he takes off on the delayed steal, the throw down. It's in time, and he's got him at second. So a caught stealing ends the frame here in the third as Braintree doesn't score, and we head to the fourth with Braintree leading by 3, 4-1. Top half of the fourth inning. DeRoche back out there looking for another quick inning. Able to work quickly through the order in the third. And the pitch at strike. For 5 and 6 in the inning for the Wildcats as the pitch is below the knees. Done hitting here. Grounded out to third, his only plate appearance in this ball game. Second time through the order now, as DeRoche with a nice pitch, able to get it by the bat. He's fanned 3 so far, through 3+, and the pitch. That didn't miss by much. Bring it back, and this one flared towards left. That's going to get down, and a base hit. That one off the end of the bat, able to muscle that one out into the outfield. So a base hit here to begin the inning. Braintree with a 3-run lead, but obviously the score can change in a hurry. For the center fielder, as Hinkle bats, he singled his only plate appearance. And the pitch is off the plate as Bossy, a little bit of a stumble after catching that one. No easy out in either order as Uhas holds the runner at first. And the pitch. And that one's low. Gonna make the hitter put the ball in play. Can't give up a free pass. And that's a strike. Leadoff base hit to begin this top half of the fourth. Braintree would love a ground ball here. Some action starting in the Braintree bullpen. This one driven to center field as Regan back and can't make the catch. As that one gets past the glove again in the outfield as the runner now heads for third on the double. Another fly ball in the direction of the center fielder that could not be tracked down. That certainly wasn't a routine play, but one that you'd love to have. So the tying run now coming to the plate here in the fourth inning. Game that has seen a lot more base runners than one would anticipate early in this game. Braintree again with some action starting in their bullpen. Just started, so obviously wouldn't be ready. Tough day in the outfield so far for Regan as this one gets all the way to the backstop and will bring home a run. So a couple of Braintree mistakes have now brought across a run. 4-2 game here in the fourth. First one that has gotten by Bossy. Wind definitely has had an impact on some of the balls that have been hit in the outfield. As this one drilled out towards left field, hit well, and continuing up over the head in left field as Braintree now has got to fire towards second as the base runner fell down and gets down to second with a RBI double. So the game now all of a sudden down to 4-3. The ball really carrying off the bat right now. Everything in the air, continuing to push. So as a fielder, you got to just keep going back. The ball's just pushing it backwards right now. Braintree still looking for an out here in the inning as it has turned from 4-1 to 4-3, and Milton has the tying run now at second. A single and then back-to-back doubles, and this game has changed quickly. DeRoche actually has pitched a pretty good game here, just hasn't gotten a couple of plays from his defense that you need. Obviously that wild pitch was on him that got past the catcher. As that one is cut on and missed. Braintree's got to buckle down here and start getting some outs. And the pitch, and another strike. Could really use a strikeout here. He's had 3 of them to his outing, but could really use an out without moving the runner over. Action continues down in the Braintree bullpen. The righty ready, winds and fires, and this one to left field, and a fair ball, as we have now a tie score at 4. Eight runs in the game now, and we are tied up at 4. DeRoche was ahead in the count, could not finish him off. Sullivan drives it into left field. Couple of little bloop hits in this inning. Defense really needs to make a play right now for the pitcher, as that one is cut on and missed. So we are even again at 4-4 here in the fourth inning. Expected a quick game. That hasn't been the case here today, as this one's knocked out of play. And a wild swing and a miss. So finally able to get his first out here in the inning on the strikeout. Much needed out there for DeRoche as This game has changed from 4-1 to now being tied at 4 with the go-ahead runner standing at first. It's the bottom of the order now as the first pitch popped up on the infield. Should be a play here as DeRoche going to make the play and foul ground. And the runner now shaken up at first base. He may have been stepped on by Juhas. As we have an injury on the field, we will pause in the game with now 2 outs. Guess it was the leg when he was limping. Top half of the fourth continuing. The injured player is removed from the game and limping towards the dugout with a pinch runner in his place. With now 2 outs here in the fourth. Game tied at 4. Braintree trying to get through it. Strikeout and then a pickoff or a foul ball and was caught in foul ground. Braintree trying a pickoff play here. Trying to catch the runner with 2 down, as it's the top of the order, 3rd time through. For Naughton, who has struck out and popped up. 0 for 2 from the top of the order. So both sides exchanging a couple of big innings. Braintree with the 4-run second. Milton so far with a 3-run fourth. Long look for DeRoche as he winds and fires. This one drilled out towards left. Moving over and able to make the catch this time, as nothing's been routine in the outfield for the Braintree defense, as Garrity tracks it down and ends the inning. But Milton has a big inning. They score 3 times here in the top half of the fourth to tie it at 4 as we head to the bottom half of the inning. Bottom half of the fourth and a new pitcher on as Milton goes to the bullpen, bringing in Burns. Number 4. First pitch going after, it's Rucky. Catcher with a look at it. And is able to make the catch back behind the plate. Never easy for a catcher to make the play once you discard that mask. So Braintree with a pinch hitter. It'll be Joyce batting in place of the catcher, Bossy. 9th spot in the order. And the pitch, and that one knocked foul off the leg. Trying to walk that one off. Joyce taking his time as he makes his way back to the batter's box after fouling that one off his leg. Down the count 0-1 to the reliever Burns as his team has tied the score. As the pitch misses. 4-run second for Braintree, a 3-run top half of this inning as Milton has tied it at 4. And the pitch again, a little bit high. Braintree has been able to draw a handful of walks in this game. That was against the starter, obviously. And that one also mitching. Right off the edge. 4 walks so far surrendered by the Milton pitching. And now they've walked another one. So the pinch hitter Joyce has walked, and Braintree has the go-ahead run on first. Top of the order now for Brooks. Had an RBI walk, and that was that at bat that really changed this game after he had a full count against him. And Longo just a pitch away from getting out of it, able to foul off 3 straight pitches before drawing the walk to tie the score at the time at 1. And the pitch on the way to Brooks, out to left field, a base hit. So Braintree with back-to-back base runners. So Brooks not waiting around, he drives that first pitch into left field. And now the Braintree big bats getting an opportunity here with men on base. Regan, who has reached twice, still looking to atone for that mistake earlier in this game. Made a couple of decisions in this game that haven't gone in his direction. Singled his first time, had an RBI walk that he drew the last time. Braintree with continued action in their bullpen, presumably for the 5th inning. A pop-up and foul ground began the inning, but since then a walk and a single as Braintree has the tying run at second. First pitch is low, as a throw back down, not in time to second. Braintree doesn't want to see anybody caught off the bases right now. Joyce does draw the throw, but last thing you want to do is be picked off. Got to stay focused here. And the pitch on the way to Regan, takes it well off the plate. Great spot for the Braintree center fielder. One of the Braintree seniors, one of the 12 recognized on Monday in the victory over Needham. Trying to bring a Braintree run in and break the tie. And this one on the ground as the ball gets past the shortstop into left field, and Braintree has the lead again at 5-4. Regan brings him home. So he's had a tough day in the field, but has now reached base for the 3rd time and gives Braintree the lead 5-4. 3rd straight runner that has reached his 2nd RBI tonight. 5-4 the Braintree lead, and Canavan now stands in. That cost the error that scored 2 runs his last time, and he's also struck out. Getting a look now at a right-handed pitcher. Looking for a big-time hit. And takes that one for another strike. So Canavan very quickly down in the count. Brooks over at second. Regan at first. With just 1 out here in the bottom half of the inning. Runner goes, and the pitch is low. It's going to get to 3rd. Braintree stolen 3rd, and they've now stolen 4 bases. Big steal there. Now a sacrifice fly could bring home a run. Giving the instruction out to the fielders if they're going to throw through here if Braintree does steal. 5-4 the lead. Braintree looking for more. Runner takes off. This one on the ground to shortstop. Run scores. And the RBI for Canavan. So Braintree with a successful at bat after falling behind 0-2. Getting the bat on the ball and making it 6-4. That's what a good team does. Put the ball in play. So 2 runs scored in this inning as Braintree has broken the tie. And now Uhas takes it inside. Another runner in scoring position at second. Brooks was taking off on contact, obviously able to score. And Uhas drives it out to center field. And a couple of steps in and able to make the catch to end the inning. But Braintree strikes back. After Milton ties the score, Braintree goes back ahead 6-4 as we head to the 5th. Top half of the 5th inning. Back and forth we go. As the first pitch in there for a strike. DeRoche back in for another inning of work, but the continued action in the bullpen obviously shows that it's probably a quick leash. 2, 3, 4 hitters in the inning for Milton. 3 runs in the top half of the 4th for Milton, 2 runs in the bottom half of the 4th for Braintree. And that's where we are right now. This one drilled out to right field, a base hit. So for the second straight inning now, the leadoff man has reached. Uhas holding on the runner, and the pitch, cut on and missed. This will be a good time for one of those ground ball, tailor-made double play balls. The runner is going to be checked on over at first. Braintree has stolen a lot of bases here in this game. Haven't seen the same from the Milton side. As this one's popped up. And it's the right fielder who wants it and takes it. Throw to first and close. Wow, that was a very close play. Not sure what the runner was doing there at first. That was as close as it comes. That was one of those tie goes to the runner type of situations, but that shouldn't have been that close. Very easily could have gone the other way and he could have been out. Very fortunate to still be on first. But obviously the Braintree defense hasn't been able to field a couple of fly balls in this game, so you assume that you want to get an extra step or two, but that almost cost them. Much easier play, though, for the right fielder to make than the second baseman going out. So big first out. Here in the top half of the fifth. Tying run is at the plate for the first baseman, Dunn, and that's a big swing and a miss. Singled his last time, is also grounded out to third, 1 for 2. Runner at first with one down, and what has been a back and forth affair. Reasonable lead over at first as the runner takes off, and it's spoiled back. Got a pretty good jump. Obviously looked like some sort of a hit and run play because the straight steal would have been a take there. DeRoche has 4 strikeouts as the throw is over to first and it gets away. And now the runner heads down to second and maybe further. A wide turn of the bag and now heads for third. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close and he's just able to get there. So a very aggressive play there from the base runner to take 2 bags. And that was about as good of a throw as you can see from the first baseman, Uhas. That was close. As Longo continues to play with fire on the bases. Pitch, and it's cut on and missed. He battles back to strike him out. Good pitch. He's got 2 down now here in the 5th inning, trying to strand that runner at third. Both sides continuing to score runs in this game, as Braintree will look for a meeting from their pitching coach, Cam Fox, who will come out and have words with DeRoche, trying to get through this at bat, as Hinkle has tagged him for a couple of hits here in this game. Trying to find a way to get him out. Obviously don't want to put the go-ahead run on base, but I guess you could consider at some point a free pass here, but it's probably not going to be the discussion with the 2-run lead. Big moments all the way across in this game. We've seen them in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, now here in the 5th. Lots of runs, 10 of them. 6 for Braintree, 4 for Milton, as they threaten here in the 5th inning. Trying to cut this one to a 1-run game with the runner at third base and 2 down. And the pitch. First pitch low. Righty is ready, winds and fires, and did he go after that pitch is the question. No check. Now they do, and no swing. So he's sitting in the driver's seat here. And that one spins him back, but he takes a strike. Trying to sell the call. Big call there. Instead of a 3-0, it's 2-1. And the pitch on the ground to third base, and it's fielded but foul. So now DeRoche in a spot where he could strike out the final man here of the inning. It'd be a great time for it, strand that runner. He's got 5 to his record. This might be the final inning. He goes. Winds and fires, and just missing off the plate. So the at-bat continues. Back onto the mound. And now the 3-2. This one lifted to right field. King with the late break. Long look in, and King's there. He's got it. And that ends the inning. So a base runner reaches third, but not able to score as we head to the bottom half of the 5th. 6-4, the home team. Bottom of the 5th inning. Burns back in for his 2nd inning of work. And the pitch, and he went after that first one for a strike. As Garrity leads things off, and now trying to bunt, and that one makes contact with the bat. Did he go after it is the question. And they're going to say that the bat went over the plate, which would be a strike instead of a hit batter. And obviously, Braintree going to contemplate the call. Home plate umpire makes one call, and then he's going to ask for help from the field umpire. Not really much of a complaint from the hitter, Garrity. He knows that he was trying to bunt there, so obviously that is dangerous up around the face. You never want to see anybody hit up in the helmet. And now waves and misses and strikes out. So a very frustrating at bat after all is said and done for the hitter, as he fans for the 2nd time here today. And Braintree again trying to bunt. This one dropped down the third baseline. As this one fielded, the high throw is fielded in time, and there are 2 down. So Braintree trying to get a man on base with the bunt. 2nd straight hitter. First pitch in there for a strike. Braintree in jeopardy of not getting a man on base for the first time in the game here in this inning. Had a base runner in every inning to this point. O'Rourke has singled and flied out to left. 1 for 2 here in the game. And that one's upstairs. Both offenses have had plenty of base runners in this game. No shortage of runs, no shortage of hits, but lots of mistakes. And that one is outside. If the inning continues, Rucky will bat next. Strikeout and a bunt to end the inning, as this one is off towards left center. And it'll be put away, and Braintree for the first time here today goes 1-2-3. So the Milton Bats will get back out there in the top half of the 6th, down 2. First pitch here of the 6th inning, and that one hits the batter, who is hit by the pitch to begin the inning. And Braintree continues to have action warming. Not what you wanted to see start here in this inning for DeRoche.
Go, Jack. Go, 7. Go, go.
That one in there for a strike. So now the 3rd straight inning with the leadoff man reaching. as the runner checked on over at first. Braintree had a throwing error on a pickoff play back in the 5th inning. As the pitch on the way and another strike. 7-hitter up right now. It was 6, 7, and 8 in the inning. As Dexter stands at first, he was hit by a pitch. Sullivan has reached on an error and had an RBI hit his last time. This one over to third, cut off at short, long throw across, and not in time. Wow, a bang play. Could have gone Braintree's way. That was close. Bang play. Good play by the shortstop. Had enough on it, and that was not going to get there in time. So now with the tying runs on, we'll see if we see a sacrifice here. Braintree expecting it here with the defense in at the corners. And he is squaring, puts the bunt down, and Braintree will make the play towards first, and the out is made. So the 2 runners are moved over, able to get the job done. First out of the inning. Braintree now has runners at 2nd and 3rd against him. So the sacrifice bunt brings the tying runs over to 2nd and 3rd. Bottom of the order now for Naughton. And the first pitch is cut on and missed. He has grounded out and popped up both to first. Braintree again in at the corners with a 2-run lead. And this one on the ground again to first, as the play is going to be just to first as the out is applied. And that became almost very dangerous from Juhas, who almost threw it around to short. With the runner at 3rd, you don't want to do that. So now Milton taking a page out of the Braintree book, putting the ball in play and scoring a run. 3rd time he has been retired going to that first base side. So now there are 2 down here in the inning. Tying run stands at 3rd here in the 6th. As the pitch is low. DeRoche continuing to work here in the 6th inning. I'm surprised with 2 runners reaching that he continued to pitch here in the 6th inning. This is the final game of the regular season for Braintree. And this one tap foul. Braintree trying to stretch out DeRoche here. Get ready for the playoffs. Trying to finish the season 17-3. As the righty is ready, and this one on the ground, middle of the infield. And Brooks with the high hop, the throw across in time, and that ends the inning. So Milton scratches one back, but can't push across the tying run. And we head to the bottom of the 6th, 6-5, Braintree. Bottom half of the 6th. And the first pitch is a strike. Burns back in for another inning of work, as Milton has gotten a run closer. Down to the final 3 outs now with the bats. And Braintree trying to add some insurance here in the 6th inning. DeRoche going the first 6, giving up 5 runs, not responsible for all of them. And that's a strike. 8, 9, and 1 in the Braintree order. They'd love to get the top of the order up with men on base. As Rucky takes the pitch off the edge. He has walked and popped up back to the catcher. Braintree would love a leadoff base runner. Opens the door for so many more things. And the pitch. And this one drilled out towards left center field. That's one's heading towards the gap. That's going to get down as Rucky digs for second. And Braintree's first extra base hit of the ball game turns into a double here. Throwing it around a little bit, but not thinking about third, as Braintree has the lead man on. And a big insurance run stands at second. So Rucky on base for the second time. One of the bigger hits of the game for Braintree. That one finding the gap in left center. And now Bossy. He struck out in his only plate appearance, was hit for, but then re-entered So his second plate appearance, he is bunting and gets hit. This time, no contact with the bat or the helmet. So the first two have reached, and now Braintree in a great spot with 2 on. Ironically enough, both teams have hit a batter here in this inning. So Bossy takes the walk back towards the dugout. A courtesy runner for the catcher, Bossy. And Braintree with 2 big base runners on base, trying to extend a 1-run lead. Would love a little bit of breathing room as Milton has not gone away quietly. So it'll be the top of the order now for Brooks. Brooks has reached base on a single. He's drawn a walk that brought an RBI in, has also flied out to center. Right now, you're expecting a potential bunt to bring the base runners over to second and third, just like Milton did. But Brooks does have a good bat. Obviously, you don't want to take it away. And he does put the bunt down. Here is the play. They have to go to first. It's going to be tough. And the throw in just in time. Just able to get him on a bang-bang play. You don't see base runners dive into the bag at first very often. But Brooks trying to beat out that throw. He hustled down the line, made it a very close play. And Braintree does do the job. And it brings up Regan, who could really open this one up. Infield coming in here with 1 out. Hit the ball hard in the infield. It's going to be tough for them to make a play on it. Sacrifice bunt brings him to second and third with 1 down. And the pitch takes it off the plate. A 6-5 Braintree lead, but they are threatening to score here in the 6th inning. After Milton pushed across a run in the top half of this inning to get within a run. And the pitch, down in the dirt. Gotta be sitting dead red now. Looking for a pitch he can drive. And Regan, a chopper to third over the head of the third baseman, but a foul ball. I would have scored both runs. Important game. Braintree trying to remain in the top 5 in the Division I power rankings. As this one is sharply hit to third, the runner heading home. The throw is, no, he didn't tag him, he's safe. Oh my gosh. Wow. Didn't know the situation, and Braintree scores a gift run. I have never seen that. The runner didn't even slide, just expected to be out. And the run scores, taking a lot of the air out of the balloon. They had the runner by a mile at the plate, just had to apply the tag. And the second costly mistake. Just mistakes you don't expect Milton to be making. Very good team. As the pitch is inside. Both sides, though, have made mistakes. High magnitude game. Two teams that have played a lot of close games, a lot of big games over the last couple of seasons. As this one up over the head of Canavan. I don't even know how that goes as far as the scoring goes. Does Regan get credited for the RBI? He's been credited with 2 already in this game. As that pitch misses, and Braintree with a chance to really blow this one wide open now with the bases loaded. So to bring up Juhas, who's certainly due here in this game, 0 for 3 from the cleanup spot. And a pitching change is going to happen. So Braintree has him loaded here in the inning. The leadoff man struck out, but since Braintree has made a lot of good things happen, And a pitching change with a 7-5 lead for Braintree. They have them loaded when we return. Play resuming, and the first pitch is upstairs. Braintree with a great opportunity here to blow this one wide open right now with a 2-run lead. And the pitch to Uhas is inside. Tough spot to inherit a bases-loaded situation. Still just the one out. And the only out Braintree gave him with the sacrifice. Although obviously the play to the plate, you expected an out on that. And Uhas not taking any chances here. And you got to throw a strike now. Chance here for Braintree to walk in their 3rd run. And they've done it. That one not close. And it's an 8-5 game. So the final score starting to move in a direction that makes the game look a little different than it is. It's been tight all the way through, and Braintree with a 3-run lead now. Still with the bases loaded, and the pitch, a strike. So Uhas drawing the walk. That was back-to-back walks. And this one rolled over, foul. Garrity has fanned twice. He's also singled back in the 2nd inning. So trying to get on base again. Defense hoping for a ground ball double play. As that one's upstairs. A lot of runs here today. It's been a long game. They lead all the way across, and a swing and a miss from Garrity. So Garrity strikes out for the 2nd out. That was obviously what Milton wanted on the last at bat. So it looks like Braintree's going to have King bat here, who started the game. Then he was pinch hit 4, but re-enters the game. Bases remain loaded in an 8-5 game. Milton wants any chance to come back. They got to keep it here. 3-run deficit. And the pitch is low. King has flied out and also has walked. Looking to put the ball in play somewhere and on a line. As that one's in there for a strike. We'll see what Braintree does in the 7th. They had a pitcher warming in the last inning plus. And King up and over his head. Pitcher trying to get through this bases loaded situation. He's walked in a run. Obviously not charged to him. That was charged to Burns. And the pitch is inside. Nowhere to put him. It's been a good game here today. It's been very exciting. And King takes it off the plate, and another walk has been drawn. So Braintree bringing in now their 4th run via the free pass. Can't remember the last time I've seen something like that. Make it a 9-5 game, and a chance for O'Rourke, who has singled and flied out twice, 1 for 3. Flied out to left and center. And the pitch. And he drives it out to right center field. That's going to get down. That's going to bring home a couple runs as Braintree's blowing it wide open now here in the 6th inning. 11-5 the score. And it looks like Braintree's going to get the better of Milton for the 2nd time this season. Timely hit there for O'Rourke. And I imagine that might change Braintree's decision in the 7th inning. Probably go right into that bullpen. Got to give a lot of credit there to O'Rourke. That was a good pitch to go after. Just delivered it right into the outfield. And now Rucky, he bats for the 2nd time here in the inning. Braintree's batted around. He led off the inning with a double in the gap in left center. Came around to score as the runner takes off for second, and he gets there. So Braintree with an 11-run game, still not done here in the 6th. Every time Milton scores, Braintree has answered here today. They scored 1 in the 2nd. Braintree answered with 4 in the 2nd. Scored 3 in the 4th. Braintree answered with 2 of their own. And they scored 1 in the top half of this inning, and Braintree has answered with a big inning of their own as well. So just countering the punches that Milton has thrown. It's been a heavyweight fight, and Braintree has come out on top right now. 5 runs so far with 2 in scoring position. Pitch on the way to Rucky. Takes the pitch off the plate, and a 3rd walk in the inning. Wildcats just can't find the final out here in the 6th inning. As Bossy will bat. Bossy was hit by a pitch back earlier this inning. Then he was run for. And now Braintree has loaded him up again. And this one sharply hit to 3rd, but foul. Bossy looking for one of those signature big hits. O'Rourke delivered one. Now he's trying to do it. That's a strike.
That's it, Mark. Come on, guys, tuck it up. Let's go.
Pitcher obviously inheriting a very difficult spot. You come in with the bases loaded. There's no room for error. He walks the first guy. There was only 1 out in the inning as that one's off the plate. But Braintree's put some good swings on. Obviously, command has been a problem in this game all game long, really. But a lot of free passes surrendered by the Milton staff in general. As this one is rolled to first base. The first baseman takes it himself, and the long inning ends with a 5 spot on the board as Braintree has blown it wide open as they lead by 6, 11-5, heading to the 7th. Top half of the 7th, and the first pitch is ball 1 as Braintree has gone to the bullpen. Looks like they've gone to Grieve here to try and get the final 3 outs. As that's a strike delivered in there. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Milton. Down to the final 3 outs. As this one is hit towards shortstop, that eats up Brooks, throws it across, and it takes him off the bag. Pretty incredible there for the shortstop Brooks to even get a throw off there as that one jumped up around his head. That was a dangerous hop. Still able to get a good throw off and almost able to get the runner who legs out an infield hit. So the 4th straight inning now that Milton has had a leadoff base runner. But right now down by 6 runs. The runner is held on, and the pitch from Grieve is off the plate. What was a very close game until the bottom half of the 6th. On the ground, this one to 3rd. They're going to go to 2nd. The throw is off the mark, and the error here by the Braintree defense keeps the inning going in the direction. That could have been a double play ball. That was one you just got to get at least the 1 out, the middleman. Kind of mistakes that you really don't want to see, even with a 6-run lead. Allow a team to hang around. Obviously should have been an out one way or the other, whether it was 1 or 2. So they're at the corners now as Grieve has Run into runners at the corners, and now a hit batter, and this game has gotten very interesting. All this because of that costly throwing error. Braintree has made a handful of errors in this game, as has Milton. Neither side has played good defensively here today. And I wonder if Braintree considers getting somebody started out in the bullpen. I know you got a 6-run lead, but obviously still haven't gotten it out yet. So a runner here for the player that was hit by the pitch, Dunn. And the first pitch is outside. Right now, just got to put the ball in play and make your fielders make plays. I know it hasn't gone as smoothly as you'd like here in this game for Braintree and head coach O'Connell, but got to trust your defense. As this one is sharply hit out towards left field. This one carrying deep towards left field, back towards the wall. It's gone. A grand slam. So a grand slam has changed this game in a hurry, and all of it obviously going back to that error that should have been at least one out in the middle. And Braintree letting a team that had no business hang around. Both sides with just uncharacteristic mistakes in this game. And what was a comfortable lead is now just a 2-run game. So the first 4 have reached. They've all scored, obviously, on the grand slam. And this has not become what you would expect. So now, one base runner gets on and the tying run comes to the plate. Somebody's got to make a play right now, as that's a strike. Ball has been carrying towards left field all game long. That one got out of here in a hurry. Off the bat, certainly knew it was trouble. But Braintree has been their own worst enemy here in this inning, as the pitch is low. Braintree with some action starting in their bullpen, as that one's foul tipped. A leadoff single that was a close play at first, then a costly error on the throwing error from O'Rourke on what would have been a double play. Then a hit batter, and then the grand slam. And a wave and a miss, and he fans him. Made him look bad on that at bat. Big first out. So a big first out for the home team. Now needing 2 more outs to finish this game off. As it brings up the 7-hitter, as Sullivan stands in and takes a pitch for ball 1. This game started at 4 o'clock. We're at 6:20 now, 2 hours, 20 minutes in. And that one misses. Got to be in the strike zone now if you grieve. Obviously a walk is as good as a hit right now, with the tying run coming to the plate if they get on base. And now he's hit another one. What is going on with Greaves' command? He's hit 2 here in the inning. I'm not going to put a lot of that blame specifically, but he was throwing a lot in between innings, through between the 5th and the 6th. Maybe threw too many pitches. And now the command has been off as the tying run comes to the plate. It's been one of the most devastating come-from-behind losses if Braintree ends up losing this game, with a 6-run lead heading into this inning, as this one's popped back and out of play. Greaves' been his own worst enemy here in this inning. He's hit a couple batters. And the defense has struggled here today for Braintree, as that one's in there for a strike. Braintree has 6 strikeouts so far to their outing, as this one's popped up. A look over for the third baseman, but it's going to reach in foul ground. Grieve sitting in the driver's seat. He's got to make some good pitches here. It's ahead 0-2. Runner at first. Right now a meaningless run. I want to make an error. And that one, wow, that was so close. Surprised the hitter took that. Very fortunate to still be at the dish. Grieve ready, runner takes off. Cut on and missed, down to second and safe. That is a very questionable decision there with the runner heading down to second. Obviously not the tying run, so you don't want to be caught on the base pass, but he does get down there. Obviously did get there, but that's really not the time to be taken off. The run at the plate right now is the one that needs to score. With a 2-run lead, 2 outs. So the number 9 hitter in the order has not here in the game, 0 for 3. Was credited with an RBI his last time on a ground out. Another close pitch, not going the pitcher's way here in the 7th. 11-9 is the score. It was 11-6 to start this inning. Or 11-5, the grand slam, the 4 runs pushed across. Braintree needing just the 1 more out to secure their 17th win of the year, but it's been far from easy here in the 7th inning. Another close pitch and another ball. Grieve's got to come in here with the pitch. Don't want to walk the number 9 man. He's ready, winds and fires, and this one on the ground to second. A couple of hops across, and that's the ball game. So Milton makes it very close here in the 7th. The grand slam made it a 2-run game. They get the tying run to the plate, but can't push it across. And Braintree holds on by the skin of their teeth, an 11-9 win to win their 17th game of the season, finishing the regular season 17-3, and kind of taking a page out of Milton's book from the last few years with a very good record during the regular season, now awaiting their fate in the postseason. Obviously, the big 6th inning, the 5-run inning for Braintree, the difference in this ball game. A grand slam here in the 7th made it close for Milton and made Braintree sweat it out to the end as they somehow hold on here at home. 11-9, the final score, and 3 RBI for Regan in the 2 spot is the big hitter for Braintree here today. A couple pushed in by O'Rourke, and the Braintree bats all the way across, responsible for 11 runs, and obviously both defenses made a lot of costly mistakes in this game, including one here in the 7th that opened the door, that throwing error by O'Rourke that opened the door for Milton to have that big inning here in the 7th. So that will conclude our coverage. Thank you for watching here today as we await the fate of the Braintree baseball team, finishing regular season 17-3, and they'll head into the postseason Division I tournament as one of the top 5 teams in the state in the rankings. Just gotta wait and see how they finish off. But a good win here today against a good team in Milton. Obviously should have been a much bigger win, but they'll take a win any way they can get them at this point in their final regular season game. So that'll conclude our coverage. On behalf of our cameraman here today, David Eric, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.